Hey, happy Halloween! That's the Psycho Killer Halloween riff right there. That's the one. And so there it is. Halloween time! What's up, everybody? We're here at Electric Violin Shop in dreary Durham, North Carolina. Hope everybody's doing good out there. We've got a couple of new products that we wanted to show off for you guys today. The one I've got in my hand is an ETJ violin from France, and really pretty instrument made out of oven-call wood. It's a West African wood. It's really pretty. This instrument is stunning and super lightweight. I was really surprised when I took this out of the case. It came in from France a little while ago, and I picked it out of the case and it just went flying up in the air. Hey, what's going on, Italy? Hope you guys are good. I don't know if y'all do the Halloween thing in Italy or not. It's kind of a crazy thing we do here in the U.S. We dress up crazy and walk to our neighbor's house and demand. So, yeah, we're going to play this a little bit. Yeah, so this is a very different violin from a lot of the other stuff we carry. It has magnetic pickups in it. It's got a preamp in it, powered by 2 coin cell batteries here. Volume on the back. We've got separate level control for each of the 5 strings on here. Yes, 5. That's the proper number of violin strings. 5. Again, super lightweight, a really beautiful hand-carved piece of wood. Let's see what else. Whitner pegs on here. The mag pickups, the reason that's a thing for a lot of people is there are people that just the sound of a piezo pickup, they just can't even. They're unable to even. They can't do it. They can't. The piezo pickups, they just don't like them. So you're kind of between piezo and mags are kind of your choices on violins. Now, these actually use the vibration of the string. You do need a string with some ferrous content in it. 4 of these strings are Dogel strings. The C string is a helicore. And then there's the magnetic sensors. It uses the vibration of the string itself. I'm not 100% up to speed on exactly how these things work, but that's how they work, more or less. Magnetic field, moving string, steel, magnets, the whole bit. So they do have a very characteristic sound. It's very different from a piezo pickup type sound. And if that's your jam, then that is how to get that sound. This instrument, because it's oven-call wood instead of mahogany, the mahogany ones are a little bit less. This one's oven-call, or however you say that. It is $46.99, $4,699. What's up, Ben Haney? This is your mag pickup instrument right here. Ben Haney's one of those guys. He's not a big piezo guy. He likes the. Hey, what's up, Romania? Ben is probably the foremost historian on electric violins. He's primarily interested in stuff that was made before I was born. Maybe not before he was born, but before I was born. Although this one is new, this one was made 2019, has mag pickups on it, and I'll play a little more for you, Ben, since you're here, all right? So that's that. Yeah, to me it has a very distinctive mag pickup sound, almost like a horn type sound. If that's your jam, then this is a really sweet instrument. So yes, I think we said $4,699. Pretty pricey, but it's a high-end instrument. It's really nice. Outstanding craftsmanship. This thing is just really sweet. Let's see, let me unplug this so I can get you guys a better view of it. I'm still battling the cold I had because it's winter time around here. I hate winter. I'm ready for summer. So yeah, I'm trying to make sure both cameras can see this well. We got Facebook over here and YouTube over here. So yeah, make sure you guys can see all the contours and angles on this. Very pretty instrument. Whitner pegs, which I really love. The head on this is really, really pretty. You guys can see the head on that. You guys can see the head on that. Very, very elegant, very lightweight. Just very, yeah, it's a really nice fiddle. It's a solid piece of wood, so there's, you know, all this is here. I was looking to make sure there's no bolt-on neck here. This is all just one piece of wood. And then the preamp is sort of hidden underneath where nobody but you has to know about it. So that's all the high-techy bits underneath here. Yeah, very pretty. Nice piece of art there for you. That's Southern. All right, that is the ETJ. So we've got that instrument here, just the one. That one came in France. We've got that one. I can't really help you with, like, if you want a different configuration or a different kind of wood or whatever. We only have the one. So that's the one. If you want that one, that's the one, and you can buy that one time. All right, so what is the next thing? Hey, what's everybody dressing up as for Halloween? I got to know these things. I'm dressing up as like some aging guy that works in a violin shop. This is my outfit. It was the best I could do. I think my son's dressing up as a World War II pilot because that's what he does. And my daughter, what is my daughter dressing up as? I don't know, a bug or something. I don't know. So, hey. Oh yeah, my daughter's dressing up as Hermione from Harry Potter because she's been reading all the Harry Potter books. And my wife won't tell me what her costume is. I don't know. She won't show me or tell me. I guess when she shows me, then I'll know. The next one that I want to talk about is another new instrument that we have in. This one's from Eastman. And it's an acoustic violin, and it looks like an acoustic violin. Yeah, we just showed the ETJ. It's a nice instrument. If you missed the demo on the ETJ, you can go back and watch from the beginning of this thing, and we play it quite a bit. So there you go. This is the Eastman instrument. It is a Jean-Pierre Lupeau violin, and then it's got a Fishman pickup embedded in the body underneath the bass side of the bridge right here. Can't really see it. I'm like right on top of it and I can barely see it. This thing, for all intents and purposes, is a, yeah, we'll see you, Ben. This thing, for all intents and purposes, is an acoustic violin. Oh, somebody's doing Harley Quinn. Awesome. And it looks like an acoustic, so you're not going to see a jack on here. You can play this in your orchestra. That's one of the things about a lot of acoustic-electrics is that there's sort of some giveaways. You can see a jack on there somewhere. There's a volume knob maybe. Even the Realist, which is pretty, like the Realist is pretty subtle. There's like a wooden volume knob up here, and if, you know, the concert master sees that, maybe we're going to throw a fit. This one, not so much. This one has, it's a secret. The button at the back of the violin, look at there. There's a little hole in that button. There's a hole in the button. That's where you plug the thing in. So it's a totally stealth acoustic-electric violin. I like that. So yeah, you can play this in orchestra. You won't get beat up or nothing. And that's a good thing. We don't like getting beat up. Getting beat up sucks. The plug, however, which I like the fact that this is stealthily. That's cool. Maybe not my favorite feature is that the plug is this little 1/8 inch thing, and this wire is delicate. And in my world, the rock and roll world, where stuff gets broken a lot and beer bottles get flung all over the place, I'm not sure how long this cable would last. I'm likely to step on it, and I'm a big clumsy oaf, so that may not be the most ideal thing, but I guess when you're trying to be stealthily, you got to be stealthy. So first we're going to play this violin without plugging it in. All right, it's a nice sounding acoustic. It's not you know, nobody's going to mistake this for a Guarneri. Yeah, that is a thing. Talking to Rob Flax here on Facebook. Who else? Somebody else was chatting while I was playing there, crooning. What's up, Lance? Yeah, the Stat V, the Schertler Stat V, it's one of those things that it also uses a very small proprietary cable. ETJ, they might, but we don't. We've only got the one instrument. Like I said, we've just got the one for now. So that's the one you want. Trust me, it's perfect. It's perfect for you. You would love it. So yeah, I would always carry, hey, honestly, you know, this cable, I wouldn't say it's special that you need to carry a spare for this. If you're a gigging pro, you should have a spare for all of your cables. You should never, let's go on a rant for a second. You should never have anything that can shut your show down that you only have one of those things, right? If so, just imagine X item, this item. If this item is broken or lost, then your show is over. If you only have one of those items, you are asking for trouble. Okay, you should have spare sets of strings. You should have a spare bow with you. I actually even carry. I even have a spare pickup with me that my sound engineer could wire in if he had to in the last minute. I might be down for 30 minutes or something while we're doing a solder job. But yeah, I don't think. And I've been down this road, I don't think, at least when I'm touring with a band, I don't think there's any one item that could take my show down that I don't have a spare for. And I've done several thousand shows, and I've never had to, knock on something. I've never had to, knock on wood, look at there. I've never had to not finish a show because something broke. So yeah, this little cable, this little 1/8 quarter cable, you should totally have a spare of those because you should have a spare everything, okay? It's not that special. All right, so instrument itself, yeah, nobody's gonna mistake it for a Guarneri, but it's, it's a decent sounding acoustic instrument. Now, the money is where you plug this thing in. And let's talk, it's $1,625. It's not an expensive fiddle, okay? Let's plug it in. Joseph Shackford, how's it going, man? We're talking about the new Eastman violin we got in here, the acoustic-electric, and we're playing some tritones because Halloween's tomorrow. One of them notes in there. Hey, Joe, you're going to be in town. Oh, call me, man, and we'll talk about it. That'd be awesome. Yeah, come hang out. You can drink coffee, and I'll drink beer. So... Yeah, it's a really, honestly, this is a really, really nice sounding acoustic electric instrument. Totally stealth, No visible jacks on this thing, no visible knobs or buttons or any of that stuff. Again, the cable comes out right here in the button. And I did have somebody ask me like, hey, does that bother your neck? No, can't even feel it. So no, it doesn't hurt, doesn't bother.
Feedback resistance.
Feedback resistance. Ooh, see, nothing. I should put it against the speaker. Sure.
Well, you're pretty close to the speaker already. That's one of the
I
things
am pretty close to the speaker, and it's relatively toasty in here, honestly. I was doing that so that you guys could, it's probably hard for them to talk on the phone over there, but that's just how we make our money. This is, I turned it up so you guys could hear the speaker at least over the instrument a little bit, but I'm gonna go put this right in front of the speaker, because that's a smart thing to do. Ready? I was holding the violin up against the speaker. Now, granted, I'm not like super loud, but for grins, let's turn up. Y'all can probably hear. What's up, Rob Janoff? So I'm gonna run. It's hot. It's loud in here. Okay, I can make it feedback, but I have to work at it. I'm like pushing it up against the speaker while the strings are ringing, and it's turned up fairly loud. I've got this is a Fishman Loudbox Artist. I got the preamp gain set at 12 o'clock. I've got the gain set at 12 o'clock. My calibrated ears say we're, I don't know, 85 dB or so in here, pushing 85, high 80s. Not loud, but enough to get you yelled at. I got it a foot in front of the speaker. Not feeding back. If I push it up against the speaker, I can make it feedback. But like, it's relatively feedback resistant. Let's say that. It's a whole lot better than like sticking a mic on it. So that's a good thing. All right. Let's tune down to a reasonable volume and unplug it. So yes, the Eastman violin, Fishman pickup, Jean-Pierre Lupeau violin, $16.25, significantly less expensive than the ETJ. Not as cool, but maybe more useful depending on what you're trying to use it for. So those are those two. We now carry the Eastman. We are working with ETJ to see if that's going to be something that we would like to carry going forward. I personally hope we can work a thing out because I think they're really cool violins, like really cool violins. But yeah, those are two that are they're in our offering right now. Okay, we'll say that. Everybody's like, well, that's temporary. Everything's temporary. No such thing as forever. So we have one I'm going to talk about right now, and it's exciting. It's an Aceto violin. This thing is Chris, refresh my memory on what the model is on this.
I believe it's the Aceto Violect.
But that's it. He's exactly right, everybody. The Aceto Violect. He made these back in the day. I actually talked to him for a few minutes last week or earlier this week. I forget. They all run together. But this was a thing that was this was like a production model. The Violect was a production model he made back in the 80s. Actually discontinued this as a production model in the 80s. This particular instrument was custom made in 1995. And it's got the, I don't know what you guys can see on the head here. Let's turn the lights. Look at me. It's got a wolf head on it, which is really stinking cool. It's got like little teeth. He's got little pointy teeth. That's a Monty Python reference for those of you not old enough to get that. But yeah, a really cool little peg head on here, the wolf. And then it's got some inlay on the fingerboard, which is really nicely done. This is a well-made instrument. Yeah, really nice. It's got a very traditional look to it. No F-holes, which might freak a couple people out. Somebody did say that the other day. They're like, oh my goodness, it's freaking me out because it looks like a violin, but it doesn't have any F-holes. The back, rather than being carved or curved, is actually flat, which is a little bit not acoustic-y, but that's fine, you know, whatever. Originally in 1995, this thing came with a preamp in it. The owner of this instrument, the preamp stopped working, so they took the preamp out. It is now running just with a Baggs pickup. It's a Baggs bridge on this thing, as you can see right here. A Baggs bridge now just running direct to the output. We're not going to change that. It's a consignment instrument. We can't just be changing people's instruments without asking. But that's what the instrument is. It's going to be as is. It comes with a really nice case, and it comes with a Paracoustic DI, which is like an external preamp, right? Okay, you get that. $19.99 for this instrument with a case and with a Paracoustic DI. So, I mean, what is that? You're paying $1,400 or $1,500 basically for the instrument itself. It's a pretty nice instrument. Let's plug it in. Let's play it. That's what we do with instruments. We play them. So, it's passive. If you didn't get that, it used to have a preamp, but it no longer does. It's now preampless. All right, so here we go. Got the instrument here. We're going. Quote a little bit of Bach. That's all you get. All right. Why not? It's almost Halloween. Let's do it. There's a little more Bach. Why not? So yeah, really nice instrument. This is a used 1995 Eric Aceto, slightly modified to be passive thing there. What do you call that? A scroll, wolf head scroll. 1999. Comes with a case, comes with a Paracoustic DI. I like this violin a lot. Plays really nice. Yeah, really nice violin. So, I think that's where we are, guys. That's 3 instruments. Let's run through them real quick again. The ETJ hanging here. Let me throw a shoulder rest back on that. Play it again. $46.99 for this ETJ with the mag pickups. and it's made out of oven-coal wood. All right, ETJ, this thing's hot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Really, really pretty instrument. ETJ, and then the Eastman with the little stealth jack on the back of it here. No, I'm not doing it. All right. So, yeah, the Eastman instrument. And then you guys just heard me play the Aceto. So there we go. Oh, yeah, awesome. Yeah, Rob Flax is new here. If you guys don't know who Rob Flax is, you best get edumacated. Rob is a super talented guy out of Boston, Massachusetts. And if you want to know more about Rob, which you should listen to the interview that we did with him on the Rockstar Violinist podcast. I think we're back a couple of months ago that we released that. Really cool guy, super smart, super fun to be around, and he knows a lot about chess. So check out the Rockstar Violinist podcast on your platforms and listen to the Rob Flax episode. And if you'd like to be better at chess or violin or Rubik's Cube, call the guy and he can teach you. He can teach you anything you want to know about any of those things. He's probably even a good cook. So if you'd like to, maybe get a little more information on how to make a nice ravioli, Rob's your guy. Okay. Speaking of the Rockstar Violinist podcast, yeah, that's right, Jim Moody. Jim Moody's a smart guy too. Runs a coffee shop, keeps everybody caffeinated and happy, and then he plays guitar, and he's a nice guy. The latest episode of Rockstar Violinist, check out that episode. Yeah, check 1, 2. Cassandra Sotos is the latest episode on Rockstar Violinist. If you don't know who Cassandra is, then you're probably not from India. Even though she's out of Nashville, she has been touring with Arijit Singh, who is probably the biggest Bollywood star in India. And I'll admit that I did not know who Arijit Singh was because I'm not a big Bollywood guy, believe it or not. But Americans are a very small percentage of the world population, and that's the thing we forget when we live in America is that, or the United States, actually, both of these continents that we're on are America. But yeah, when you live in the United States, you forget that not the whole world is the United States. We watch what we call football, and everybody else in the world is I don't even know what that game is. It's silly. Those guys have a lot of pads on. What they call, soccer is a thing that we don't really care much about here in the U.S., but billions of people watch it around the world. Well, Bollywood is like that. Bollywood is a huge thing everywhere in the world except here. And actually, it isn't even a big thing here because we have a fairly sizable Asian population in the U.S. They love the Bollywood stuff. Arijit Singh did a tour in the U.S., and they're playing basketball arenas. And a lot of Americans didn't have any idea who this guy was, but they're selling out arenas around the U.S. They're selling out soccer stadiums in India and Africa and around Asia when they're playing. Cassandra plays with him, okay? So she's on TV playing with this guy, and there might be 300 or 400 million people watching her play. And here we're like, never heard of the guy. Well, he's a huge star. She's played on some huge stages, some really cool stuff. She's got her own original music. She's a Nashville-based fiddle player, which means she has to know how to do all of that Nashville stuff if she wants to keep putting food in her mouth. So yeah, it's a really cool episode. She's also one of the big guns in, I think Women in Rock is the name of the group, or Women in Music. So when we look at the rock and contemporary world, women are dramatically underrepresented in this world. And she is working to help correct that, which is a thing we should all care about. If we all like good music, then we should make sure we're not only listening to 50% of the population. Because statistically, that means like half of the potential for awesome music is not being realized. And that's BS. We don't need that. So yes, listen to the episode with Cassandra Sotos that's out now. Enjoy her music, but also get acquainted with the work she's doing on equality, which is good for everybody. So yeah, that's what we've got this week. You guys go enjoy Halloween, dress up as the Wicked Witch of the West or whatever you do, and get you some candy. Enjoy that candy and get all hyped up. Get all sugared up and go practice, okay? We'll see you guys next week.